Next, this is part 2 of setting up WSJTX. Next, I'm going to show you how to set it up with the DigiRig. That's just what I have. Next, right when you boot up for the first time, it's not going to look like this because I already have it configured and set up. If you get to this screen, you're just going to go to the top left corner and hit the WSJTX. Go down to the second option. You will need to add your call sign, whatever it is, just add it in there. Same thing with your grid square. I will put a tool in the description for you to be able to find your grid square if you don't already know it. Let's go over to radio. For your radio, your rig specifically, if your rig is in here, select it, easy peasy. If it's not, like I don't have a rig, it's on this list. I am running the Zygu G106, not the G90, but they use the same exact controls. It's not a big deal. In a lot of cases, that's what some people will be using. If you're using, again, a radio on the list, use the one on the list. It's going to work the best. Baud rate, this is all specific on your radio. If you use the wrong baud rate, nothing will work. Next, make sure you use the right one. That is a common thing. I ran into it also. If you don't have the right one, it doesn't work. For PTT method, most people are probably going to be using cat control. But if you're using Vox or one of the other ones, just select it. For everything over here, data bits, stop bits, I leave everything at default. I haven't found a reason to change it. To mode, this is the important one. You want to make sure it's on data packet. If you're on upper sideband, you're going to have issues. Over here, if your rig does support it, just hit rig. If it doesn't, hit fake it. And the last part to this, the serial port, that's probably the hardest part here to get. Next, we're going to go over to terminal right here, and I will put the command in I use. This command just shows all connected devices, USB devices specifically. Next, for DigiRig, it's going to show up something kind of like this. It's probably going to be a different port number, and your port number in this case is that -110. If you're using something other than a DigiRig, it's pretty easy, and if you don't know the name, it's pretty easy to figure out what it is. Just don't plug in your device, and that message is just because I unplugged my device. Run the command. Okay, then plug your device in, give it a sec for the computer to register it, and then run it again, and see which one is new. And whatever the new one is going to be your radio. If you don't already know the name, it's that simple. On macOS and Windows too, this port number can change. Next, if you're like, why is it not working? Make sure the port number hasn't changed after unplugging it and giving it some time. To make sure, check everything, just hit test cat. You're going to hear a click, click. You guys may have heard that, may not. You can test PTT. It'll turn on, turn it off, easy peasy. Couple more settings we got to change. To set your input, it's going to probably be with DigiRig. If you don't rename it like I didn't rename it. It's just going to show up as USB audio device, USB audio device. I'd recommend going in and changing them if you want, if you care. It's usually, it will say USB input device on some models. It might say input, USB. It's all just, you're going to have to look at your menu if you're using something other than the DigiRig. And that's about it for these. I mean, I haven't messed with any of these settings. You can log in and do reporting if you want. You don't have to. Frequencies, again, I don't mess with these unless you need to. Colors. Next, in here are the different colors of everything that's going to show up. Next, red is your call sign. There's other colors like a new CQ zone, CQ zone on bands. I'm sorry. And then there's actually a new one for new CQ zone. These only really work, most of these only work, like all these ones all through here, if you use the built-in logbook. If you don't, none of these will really work except the new CQ messages. And Trent, yeah, that's about it. If you use the built-in logbook, these will start calling up. But if you don't, most of these you won't ever see. Advanced, I've never messed with any of this. I never had to. Or it's, again, new ITU zones, all this. Most of this, you have to use built-in logbook. Or it doesn't know if it's a new ITU zone for you. Next. Filters, I haven't, again, messed with any of this, haven't needed to. This is, again, general. You can highlight DX calls, you can TX messages to RX frequency window. A lot of this is all preference window, preference. This is how I have it. This is pretty much default settings on WSJTX. This is version 3. If you're on version 2, the bottom half of this, all this here, won't be here. This will be pretty different, but I know a lot of people are going to be switching over to version 3. That's what I have right now. But pretty much the rig setup and audio setup, same. There's one more thing we got to do with the audio. Super easy. You just go over to settings. And for most people, you're going to have to adjust the audio input. So over here, this is a green bar. Green is good. Red is too high. And yellow is too quiet. Next, pretty much all you will do is come over here, sound, settings, input, USB, and adjust this level right here until the green, make sure the bar is in the green over here. That's just going to be in the green. Once it's in the green, you're good. For my case, I've always had to set it about 1% volume. You can see it popped up 1%. And that's been good. It's even a little loud, but I'm in a very noisy area, lots of static. That is why. Next, you can already see it's already populating some of it. All this green are all CQs. Next, if you want to make a contact, and let's see if they can even hear me. You'll just double click. It will automatically transmit. But you can see I was halfway through the cycle already. Next, it's going to have to transmit again because it was only like a 2-second transmit. But over here, you can see while we're waiting for this. Over here, bottom right are all your messages, preformed messages. You can see you just got CQ again. Let's see if you can hear me. This will say their call sign, your call sign, your grid. And while we're waiting, it will tell if they hear me, they'll give me my signal report back. And I'll say, Roger, give them their signal report. And then if they hear everything, you'll say, Roger, Roger 73. All of this is going to be pretty much automatic unless you turn off auto sequence. I like to keep auto sequence on. You can see they didn't hear me. Let's try a different station. Or try one more time. That was my mistake. That's about the point of it. This is for making contacts to someone else. It's all going to be different for everyone, but that's kind of the general part. This is the waterfall. If you don't have the waterfall view, make sure it's not behind the window. It pops up behind the window sometimes. But you can just come over to here, view, waterfall, all these different things. I really only keep the main screen and the waterfall. That's about it. But if you want to call CQ, back to that, you're gonna have this little box on here. This box is only on version 3. Next, if you're running an older version, it will tell you the number, but one has this little white box. You just say like, okay, I want to go right here, command, and it will send both over. Now, what I will tell you, try to keep it on a solid number. Next, like a factor of 5. Next, like instead of 633, 635 is better, or 630. It just helps utilize the band a lot better. Because if everyone's just on this odd offset frequencies, you can't utilize the band very good. And that's about it. Up here, you can change frequencies to whatever. Also change frequencies over here to whatever band you need or want to work on. Over on the left here, this is also where you change your modes, FT4, FT8, QS65, again, whatever you want to do. That's about it. FT8 is pretty simple to use. You will, if you start calling CQ, you might get some times where you get like 4 or 5 stations at once responding. You can only respond to 1 at a time. Don't even try to respond to 2 or 3 at once. It just becomes a cluster. And that's okay. Next. Biggest thing is just have fun and make context. Well, if anyone has any more questions or video suggestions, just put them in the comments and I'll try to respond to them as quickly as possible. And yeah, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe.